Director of the film, Florian Eichinger.
Très honoré d'avoir avec nous le réalisateur du film. Vous avez des questions, commentaires, c'est le bon moment. It's now time for you.
Or maybe I could also start because yeah, I think sometimes it's like that after a film it's not so easy to start to speak or something, and of course it's partly a sad story and everything. Yeah, but you can ask me everything you want. For example, content or.
L'océan, c'est la mer Baltique.
The ocean, the Baltic Ocean.
No, it's not the Baltic Ocean, it's the North Sea, the Northern Sea.
Oh, okay, because the big waves...
Yeah, right. The waves are bigger than in the Baltic region, I think.
North Ocean.
Yeah.
Near Germany?
It's in Germany. It's the island of Nordstrand, which is, which is in northern Germany. There are some islands, like 6 islands or so, and it's one of them. And yeah, I wanted some waves, because in the Baltic Sea region, which is also at the German border, is also the Baltic, but there are no waves exactly. Yeah. And I wanted to see some waves because of there's also in the film. It's I think it's a topic of the film also that there are strong powers in us. Sometimes in a bad way, sometimes in a better way, and it's of course a quite simple metaphor to have the strong waves of the ocean also for nature.
Which city exactly is it?
Pardon?
In which city is it?
The city. It's not. You mean the city of the?
Where is it exactly?
Of the island?
Yeah.
Norderney is the island, and it has only one little village, which is also called Norderney.
Norderney.
So it's a really small island.
Germany?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alors, on a demandé ici si c'était situé, le film était filmé près de la mer Baltique, et en fait, le réalisateur voulait la métaphore de la vague qui est très présente dans le film, et puis pour avoir des grosses vagues, il s'est positionné plus au nord de l'Allemagne, près sur une île. Alors, sur une île, au continent mondial, Norderney. Alors, demandé quelle était la ville, mais en fait, c'est le même nom du village porte le nom de l'île.
Yeah, sir.
What do you want us to remember from this movie?
To remember?
What do you want us to remember? What do you want to transmit to us?
Yeah. It's always a thing. I don't want to give easy answers. It's not a film, I hope, for easy answers and for telling us you have to live like that or like that. So it's more like what I wanted to tell, for example, is that it's not so easy in topics where we sometimes think it's quite easy. But here, for example, the older brother who was not beaten very much by the father is suffering in a way even more than the younger brother who was physically strongly humiliated by the father. And so that's one of, I hope, truthful things I also experienced in my life in different ways, in a quite big patchwork family where I could see many things. And for me it was important to tell truthful characters, which are not so much into cliché, like it is often in some boulevard press or films.
Alors, on a demandé ici qu'est-ce qu'on devait retenir du film, qu'est-ce qu'il y avait à transmettre à travers le film, et puis le cinéaste dit qu'il ne voulait pas tellement transmettre une idée ou une réponse en particulier, mais plus transmettre sa vision de l'expérience de vie qu'il avait eue peut-être, ou de son vécu. Il y en avait comme exemple un des fils le plus vieux. En fait, peut-être qu'il souffrait plus, on voyait qu'il souffrait plus, même si c'était l'enfant qui était peut-être le moins battu physiquement. Alors, c'était de montrer des personnages d'une façon différemment, sans tomber dans le cliché.
Oui, madame.
Pourquoi le fils envoie à sa mère le vidéo qui tue un homme, on ne sait pas. Pourquoi c'est pour être comme sa mère a le tué?
Yeah, the video. For me, it's a gesture that speaks for itself because it's a quite cruel gesture. I think it's very hard for the mother to see it because it's a gesture of maybe that is your fault that I got something like that. That is one part, I think, which is in such a gesture always when you do something like that. But it's also maybe a start mark for a new relationship to the mother after years of silence. So he gives the mother the opportunity at least to maybe answer to that. But it's a very cruel way to start, of course.
Alors, on me demandait ici pourquoi le fils a envoyé la vidéo si cruelle à la mère. Et Stas dit qu'il y a peut-être deux réponses possibles de ce geste, sans nécessairement que ce soit des réponses. Tout d'abord, vu que c'est un geste difficile à comprendre, c'est un geste pour peut-être démontrer d'une façon primaire, premièrement, que c'était la faute de sa mère, mais aussi peut-être offrir une certaine opportunité d'un discours, d'une nouvelle relation avec la mère. Derrière ici, oui.
La conclusion à laquelle je suis venue, c'est que la mère filmait et le fils tue le père et la mère prend la faute sur elle qu'elle est accusée devant la justice. Est-ce que je suis dans l'erreur?
Je suis pas sûr d'avoir bien compris.
Quand au début du vidéo, il dit, es-tu en train de filmer? As-tu commencé?
Okay, in the beginning of the video, she's asking, are you filming?
On peut comprendre que la mère était celle qui filmait, le fils a tué le père, et ensuite, devant la justice, la mère s'est accusée elle-même du meurtre de son mari. Est-ce que je suis dans l'erreur?
So one conclusion that she made is that is it the mom that is filming? Is it the son that has been killing? But at the end, the mother has been accused. She thinks that maybe it's the son who has been killed.
No, it's not the mother filming. It's another of the guys. You know, they filmed what they did, what is very often the case. But yeah, maybe one more thing to the question before. Also, I think that we know that if a very cruel gesture is in many ways or in many times also mirroring the disappointed love, of course. So I think it's a very hard gesture from him to do that, but there is also some. It's a very strong emotion, at least I think, that you have to do something like that, and I think that can happen. Not everybody reacts like that on disappointment, but I think there is some longing for love also in this gesture.
Alors pour revenir à la question avant, qui par rapport au geste sexuel, comment expliquer un tel geste? C'était un geste profondément émotionnel d'un amour déçu, d'un amour déchu. Alors est-ce qu'on peut, est-ce que notre passion et nos gestes peuvent nous amener à rendre des gestes aussi cruels? En fait, je pense que c'est...
It appears that Volker was very broken up when he thought his brother was drowned, but then he walked out on him. What happened there?
You mean that he was very broken up when?
It seemed that he,
Yeah, yeah.
he wanted to have him back in his life.
Yeah, sure, exactly.
And then he was okay.
Mhm.
Then he walked out on it. The way I understood it, he walked out on it.
Yeah, I think it's like if you love someone, which I think both brothers do, even if they are not showing that all the time, then in a situation where one of them seems to die, the other will be in a way very desperate, and still after this you can come back to a mask again, and that's one of the dysfunctionality main problems that it's really hard to develop. I think the major point on dysfunctionality in families, for example, is that the members can't or nearly can't develop. They stand still at some point, and it's really hard to break that. And I didn't want to make an ending which is too much into, hey, I get a big step of development. I think there is development, but more a subtle way, and we don't know how that will be in the near or far future. And I think, for example, that the younger brother can't develop as fast as this weekend on the island was maybe moving something in him, but he can't. He's maybe too much handicapped to react in a way that we hope he will maybe react. But I even don't want to tell that it's always the right way to get back to the family. That's also not an answer or an opinion that I want to tell, because I think there are really cases where it's the best way to split up forever, and even if it's also very sad, of course, but I don't want to tell that one is the right decision or something.
Alors, je comprends bien. Concernant la fin du film, no problem for it. Alors, je crois que le scénariste veut nous laisser sans nécessairement une certaine réponse, mais vers une certaine ouverture de ce geste. Donc, si on vient d'une famille dysfonctionnelle et on arrive à en faire un geste cruel, est-ce qu'à la toute fin, est-ce qu'il va y avoir un nouveau développement qui va se créer dans un futur approché ou un futur lointain? Je pense qu'ici, on voulait laisser une certaine ouverture chez le spectateur pour pouvoir où est-ce que la rédemption pourrait arriver. Une dernière question ici, monsieur? Last question.
I'm not quite sure about the ending. Did the mother stay in the house, or did she go back to Berlin or Hamburg? And then I presume they did not sell the house. Am I correct about that?
Did the mother? Can you repeat it?
Habe ich recht, dass das Haus nicht verkauft würde und die Mutter bleibt in diesem Haus, oder geht sie zurück nach Berlin oder nach Hamburg?
Okay. The question of if the mother in the very or after the ending will go to the house or not. In fact, the film doesn't answer this question, and for me it has a reason to not answer this question, even if it's not very satisfying. But I chose this ending because I didn't want to tell that. We had many endings and many ways in the editing room to end the film, but I thought that this one was for me the most interesting, but not the most satisfying. So of of course, we ask ourselves, will the younger brother really sell the house? I think it's very probable that he will do it, but it's not answered.
Alors, comment mettre le point final à un film? Alors, il y avait plusieurs options pour la fin du film. Est-ce que la mère retourne à la maison ou pas? Est-ce que le jeune va vendre la maison ou pas? Alors, je pense que c'est un peu la magie du cinéma et la magie du spectateur à essayer de voir, et le cinéaste ici a laissé une certaine ouverture, vous laissant votre propre interprétation.
Est-ce que c'était Hannah, la jeune femme, qui filmait?
Non, ce n'était pas, c'était un autre homme qu'on a dit. Okay.
If you want to, we can talk outside, because I will go outside there, and I'd love to answer more questions.